Welcome back, everybody, to Straight Burgin. As always, I'm one of your three co-hosts, Gramps, the certified best gamer on the podcast, kicking it over to Jack.
Yep, you got Jack here. Also the best, not also, sorry. Let's just cut this and restart. Actually, I was kind of all over the place.
No, at this point, I don't even want to cut it out. I kind of want to run with it. It's kind of humiliating for you.
And I'm the best gamer on the pod, and we also got that.
Yep. So when it comes from a first-person shooter perspective, I'm easily the best. And I also go by Sir Alexander the Jar.
I can't even disagree with that.
Once again, 2 episodes in a row.
Can't even disagree with that. On like average, Pat's probably the best FPS player out of us, but it's okay. He doesn't actually play any real games anymore. He just plays Rocket League.
It's the only games I'm good at anyway.
Yeah. Only games you'll pick up for more than 10 minutes.
Yeah, Rocket League.
Yeah, true. True. But yeah, I don't even know if we have really that much to talk about in the intro to this one. We're coming right off the 007 First Light spoiler-free review. If you have not seen that yet, check that out. It's probably going to go up like an hour before this. The turnaround is going to be probably very quick, considering we're filming this on it's Sunday the 31st, right before the biggest month, June. Going to be a big June. We're expecting 4 showcases, but we're only here to talk about 3 today. That being the upcoming State of Play on Tuesday, which we will do our reaction to. We're going to react to all of these Xbox Showcase and Summer Games Fest. And we are doing our own personal twist on one of our biggest inspirations, being Co-op 64. We talk about them a lot. We made this channel off of watching their videos, and we don't want to be exactly like them, but we do, like some aspects of their content that we could see we could apply to ourselves, except with our own little spin on it. And we are doing our version of a 3 prediction gauntlet. We each have brought 9 predictions total, 3 for each showcase, ranging from what we think is a guaranteed prediction, that is a bank take, a bold take, landing in the middle ground, and obviously tied it into the theme here. The biggest, boldest take, which is crazy to say bold after just saying the bold take, will be the Burgin take. Just a straight Burgin take, something that is just so otherworldly that it's probably not going to happen, but if it does happen, it would be cool. And we'll be scoring ourselves throughout all of these 3 presentations. Bank takes, if you get it right, it's worth a point. Bold takes, if you get that right, it is worth 2 points, maybe 3. We might have to work on the scaling on that. And the Burgin take, if anybody actually manages to get a Burgin take right, that will be a 5-point swing. The biggest loser at the end of this is going to have a challenge imposed on them by the 2 other people on the leaderboard. What that is, we don't have an idea yet. We could actually talk about that. I have an idea. I think that the loser should have to play a game that the 2 people combine to select, but with some stipulations. It can't be like a 50-hour game.
I like
just a standard type of game. Maximum like 30. I would say we like that.
Yeah.
All right, that's what we're rolling with. But first off, we got the State of Play on Tuesday. I don't mind leading us off on this one. I will say it's pretty boring here. What I got is my bank take. My bank take is that we do, in fact, see the next God of War game, God of War Faye from Cory Barlog. I think this is just genuinely a lock. We've heard too much about this at this point. It's been rumored too much. The time is now. I think I don't think this is going to be a this year game, but I think at least we get a pretty sizable trailer for this. I think it either opens or closes the show, and it kind of sets the tone for what is going to be on Sony's big first-party platform coming next year once it's going to be in the catalog.
Yep, I got the same exact thing for my bank take. So.
Do we all have the same thing?
Yes, it's the lockiest lock of all time.
Do we actually all have that?
Pretty guaranteed. Yeah.
Okay.
That works.
Yeah, I mean,
based off that, I guess I can go into my bold take. I think we could get a 2018 or God of War 2018 remaster that could be announced alongside the Faye game, is I know they had that show coming out on Amazon Prime, so I think that would be the perfect thing to re-release. You know, Sony likes to re-release their games.
Maybe we even get a trailer for the show in this. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that could be another interesting avenue. You know, maybe they have like a full God of War segment that lasts like 10 minutes where we get, you know, the Faye game. They announce, you know, like you said, maybe remaster, which I don't really even know if that game needs one, to be honest. It's so good. But and then maybe they show off some of that show. That could actually be that could be a pretty interesting thing to do.
Yeah.
You want to go with your bold take?
That was low-key my bold take.
No, I was saying the Jack.
Oh, that was yours. Okay.
Yeah, that was his.
Let me give an actual one. No, that was just connected to God of War.
Okay.
My actual bold take is that we will not be seeing Intergalactic at this show. I believe they're either saving it for an event with Jeff Keighley or a later State of Play. My bold take.
Yeah, well, I can see that.
My bold is going to be a new Resident Evil remake. This could go at Summer Games Fest. I put it here, to be honest. I'm not the most deeply knowledgeable on these type of things. I think it's been some time since the last one. There's a lot of rumors going around, so why not throw it in here, right?
Yeah, I mean that I will say that's one I was thinking about too. Did you say remake specifically? Because I also think this could be a good avenue for a DLC announcement for 9. I'm thinking that's very possible as well. I will say my bold take for the State of Play, I don't know how bold this is. I'll let you guys be the judge of that one. But I have as my bold take that I did say, like when we were talking about this earlier, I do think we get some more Phantom Blade Zero gameplay. Big trailer in this State of Play, but I actually have that I think that we get a demo same day. Pretty sizable demo, like hour-long demo that really, you know, sets the groundwork for this game. I'll let you guys be the determiners of if you think that's bold or not, but I think, you know, hour-long demo, dropping day of, I think that's kind of bold.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right, Ferris. And kind of, since it kind of bounces off of Pat's bold take, I'll go into my Burgin take. And my Burgin take was actually that we're getting an Intergalactic The Heretic Prophet full gameplay trailer in this State of Play. Great, I know, but like the thing about it is like it's either in my eyes it's either Summer Games Fest, State of Play, or Game Awards. Like I just can't see it being at if it's not this week, I don't think we see it till Game Awards, but I'm really hoping we see it this week.
I wish we do. I wish we would see it.
I mean, what else could they be working on?
We might know here. My Burgin take is going to be the announcement of Uncharted 5.
Oh wow, that's actually that's cinema that we went straight into that, because I was about to say I did hear that they're working on an Uncharted project as well with another team. That could be
to be announced here. Around 10 years since Uncharted 4. It's time. Bring Nathan Drake back, bigger, better than ever. And
oh, you think Nathan's coming back? You think Nathan Drake's coming back?
I didn't play 3 or 4, so maybe it's like a
no. I didn't mean that as like a spoiler. Nathan Drake, believe it or not, he is fine by the end of 4. But I will say, 4, the way the story of 4 goes, it almost feels like a very nice conclusion to his character.
Yeah, I don't mean as I don't think he'd be the main character. I think he'd be in the game in some regard, but
I agree with that. You know, I won't mind if they bring him back. Like I think it'd still be fine. I do still think at some point though, and I feel like 4, like I said, I feel like 4 did a really nice job of wrapping up Nathan Drake's journey, and you know, it's time for somebody else to take up the mantle. 4 is awesome.
One more thing on my take.
Yeah.
Uncharted 5, New Beginnings. That's the game.
That's the title?
No, wait.
4 was A Thief's End. Then 5.
A Thief's Beginning. A Thief's Beginning.
A new thief. Or a new...
A new thief. I'm not buying that shit. Even though it's Uncharted, I'm not buying it.
It sounds like a Sly Cooper game.
Yeah.
If you get if you say a title and you get the title right, I will give you 10 points. If Uncharted 5 drops. And you get the title.
5, A Thief's Epilogue.
Oh my, oh my goodness, Valentine. Oh no.
All right, I'll get into this is my straight Burgin take, and I take straight Burgin just because I didn't really know what else to say. I think something from like PlayStation's live service whole debacle, how they were trying to make 16 live service games. I think one of those gets fucking shadow dropped same day. Play now. It's on all consoles.
Okay.
And here's my Burgin part of it. It's a banger. Like super fun.
Like it actually ends up being good. For once we get a good live service game, and
good.
That I think that would be the craziest thing. I think that actually I think that would be crazier than seeing Intergalactic.
Yeah, that's why it's Burgin.
Yeah, that is like I don't think we're ever. I don't think
good.
those games are ever seeing the light of day.
Nah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, we saw what happened in Concord, so.
An interesting thing that I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that none of us mentioned it, but because we all were saying before we recorded this that in terms of this kind of summer show cycle that we kind of are a little bit out of the loop almost in terms of like the news and rumor factor in terms of what people are expecting overarching to see at these shows, that we kind of wrote down some Homer picks and just some crazy stuff here. An interesting one that I've heard people throw out over the last couple weeks is something from Team Asobi. We're coming off what?
They made Astrobot, right?
Yeah, something from I don't know if we see it at this state of play, but it could be something, hey, we have this game, we're launching it next year, here's a small look at it. I think that's very possible. In terms of the dev cycle on it, we could see them.
Wait, so they've made Astro's Playroom.
Yeah, and then the turnaround to Astrobot. So their next Astrobot game, I would imagine. I would imagine. I do think, however, that, and I think you guys will probably feel the same way after I say it, I do feel like the time for that is probably next year or the year after, and it's like a launch year title for PS6.
I think that's the case.
Oh, Astro Kart. All PlayStation
IPs. Astro World. They can't call it that, but it'd be fire.
No, for real though. Or look, bring back PlayStation All Stars. Have Team Asobi make it. That'd be sick.
Bring back Little Big Planet. The sack is back. Isn't that what?
That should be my take.
Isn't that what Nick said?
Bro. Little Big Planet 4 coming out.
Are we on 4? I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what number we're on there.
Ooh. I think we're on 5.
I'm gonna be honest. No idea what we're on there.
Little Big Planet 5 is my live service game. My straight burger take.
How would that be a live service? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That I'm pretty sure that was one of Nick or Connor's takes. They said that the tagline would be "The sack is back." I thought that was funny. Any last notes on the state of play stuff here? Any brilliant ideas?
I'd love a co-op Astrobot game.
That would be cool.
Little spoiler for our next segment here with Summer Games Fest or whatever's next. I know Sony and FromSoft have a little loving relationship, but I'm going to save that for the next segment. Cue the transition, Shane.
There's no transition. We're just going straight into SGF now. I mean, cue the transition. What am I supposed to do? Let's go right over here. And then, it's just us still here talking about SGF. SGF is a weird one for me, man. Like we were saying before, when we were just, talking here a little bit before we start the recording, is that we're all under the same kind of vibe here that SGF, it has to be good. There is no other option. This has to be good. Yeah. Nobody, I mean, I still do, but in the grand scheme of the public, nobody trusts Jeff anymore. Jeff needs a good presentation to get back on track because I hate to say it, but the high guard situation
high guard.
It has tarnished his reputation in terms of the general community of people because, well, one, people are assholes, and two, it was just a bad way to end the show, regardless of how he personally thought about the game.
Dare I say it slightly deserved those reactions. That was the way it was announced. Last of the show, everything that went into that was done poorly.
I think it deserves hate, but at the same time, I don't think Jeff, like, people act like Jeff is a supervillain because he announced High Guard last. You know what I mean? Jeff has done way more positives for gaming in the grand scheme of his life, has elevated the status of gaming.
Absolutely.
And the public view of gaming, the way we get trailers, the way we get these shows, he's really innovated it. And to hold that one fuck up, I'm gonna call it, against him, I feel like it's just a bad way to treat his, it's a bad way to reflect on his character, because he's done much more positives than anybody that slanders him has ever done for gaming. I mean, he's elevated us, really, truthfully.
Yeah,
but enough Jeff Glaze. Enough Jeff Glaze. Let me get into my lock for SGF. This kind of going back to Jack's first, not Jack's first, but one of his state of play predictions, where I have as my lock for SGF is, instead of an RE remake, I do think it's very possible that it's either RE9 DLC, which I have down. I have RE9 DLC announcement trailer as my lock. But I could also see that being Code Veronica remake. Or another remake project, maybe the RE1 remake for the second time. That is very possible, but I'm gonna stay RE9 DLC announcement trailer because it's probably what I want the most.
I like it.
I can get into my my bank take. It is going to be, go back to my list. It's going to be Control Resident. I think the game's coming out this year. We haven't really seen too much on it. We know a general release time, but not more than that. I think we get a little bit more extended gameplay, a full-on release date, and it's time to get it out the door. Big GTA's coming.
Where do you think it's gonna? Yeah, I was gonna say, where do you think it's gonna land? Not saying that has to be a part of the the take, but where do we think it's landing?
Oh, what? Like when?
Like month. Because you gotta think we're gonna be in June already.
I'd say end of September, early October.
I think that's fair. That gives them what, like a 2.5 month marketing cycle, which I think is good enough for a game like this, that it's gonna sell well enough. And especially I feel like if you're going September, it has to be really early September, or not. Sorry, if you're going October, it has to be early October.
Yeah, like first week.
Yeah, sure. I think that's like, if you're not making it by October, first week of October, you're cooked. You either send it to December and still hope it does well, or kick it to next year. No, it's just like we've never seen anything like this, where you have to plan your entire game release around one game. It's absurd. It's literally the Wemby of the gaming industry.
For real. All right, so I think my bold, or my bank take here. Ow! My bank. Wait, give me a second. My bank take is. I sprayed oil on myself. I think. I just gotta put it as my bank. New mainline Sonic game getting announced at Summer Games Fest. Oh shit. Actually, I take that back. My bank take is that we get Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition.
Okay.
Summer's Game Fest.
Are you just gonna move Sonic? Are you just gonna move mainline Sonic up to bold or Burgin?
Yeah. All right. So Snake Draft order. I'm giving my bold take now. We're getting a mainline Sonic game, also getting announced with Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition. My main reasons for that is, it's been since 2022 since Sonic Frontiers came out. Sonic team's made up of a bunch of burgers, but they've been cooking. I mean, actually, we got Shadow Gens like 2 years ago, but they've been cooking, and I think it's time that we finally see something.
Yeah,
it's time. We got Sonic Movie 4 coming out 2027. Get a game out in like 2027 as well with it. I think it lines up perfectly there.
You think it's going to be a new original idea, or like piggybacking off of Frontiers?
Well, I think it'll be like Frontiers open zone layout, and I think it's going to be all new. Hopefully all new environments as well.
Hopefully it feels less empty.
Realism.
Yeah, the realism and how empty that open world felt were the two things for me that stuck out when I think about that game. Not a bad game though.
Game's good.
Yeah.
My bold take of Summer Games Fest is going to be we finally hear about Final Fantasy VII, the third remake of the trilogy. I believe it's going to be the 30-year anniversary or something of the original Final Fantasy VII. And I think there's no better time to do it. Biggest stage of the summer, more or less. And I think, yeah, people want to know now. It might close out the show.
You'll never guess what my bold take is for Summer Games Fest, Jack. You'll never guess.
It's going to be the same thing.
It is. I have FF7 Part 3 announcement trailer as my bold take for SGF. I was leaning between State of Play and SGF for this, but I don't know. It just feels like an SGF thing. Like it feels like I feel like that's such a safe thing for Jeff to throw in this presentation that people are expecting. People are expecting news on it probably in one of these summer shows. I would have hoped so. I think that's the expectation. But the hype for it is still going to be so huge that even though people are expecting it, they aren't going to care. They're going to eat it up. They're going to eat it up, and Jeff's going to look like they're going to be like, Jeff is back. SGF is back. Yeah, they're exactly. And then everything flips, and everybody likes Jeff again. That's why I think it's time for FF7 Part 3. And I do hope this gets announced because I want them to give me a reason to not to say there isn't reason enough that the games are held to a high regard, that they're good, but I think if Part 3 gets announced, I'll feel motivated to hey, Part 3's coming. I should go back and play Part 1 and 2. I should spend the 5,000 hours that's going to take to do that. But I think that would bring me in, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but that's how I feel.
I agree. I want to play those games.
It's just so hard to find time to play the games like that are just long games with everything that's coming out this year. What a banging year so far. But to get into my Burgin take, my straight Burgin take for SGF, this is so Burgin that I can't even believe it's coming out of my mouth right now because it is just not happening. But I put Persona 6 reveal.
Hell yeah.
There's been some leaks recently. The rumor mill going around, like apparently it's dual main character. I don't know if you guys saw that. Or I don't know if it's dual main character or like you pick a protagonist, but I've seen that there's male and female protagonists in this game. I don't know how that's gonna work, like I was saying, but apparently their designs got leaked, or like concept designs got leaked. So like maybe that's a sign of something coming soon. I don't believe it because we don't even have Persona 4 Revival out the door right now. This guy's cooking the ground beef. But Persona 6 reveal would be an amazing way to end this show. I'll get into what another thing I think would be cool to end this show once I let you guys go, in case you guys have it down, but I doubt you do. So kicking it back over to Jack.
Yep. So my straight Burgin take feels a little lazy, to be honest, and I don't think it's gonna happen. But I got Bloodborne. I got a new Bloodborne game or a Bloodborne port.
Okay.
It's always talked about online. Every time one of these comes around, people are thinking, oh, here we go. We got Bloodborne coming up. We need a remaster. I'm not even in the same regard as those people. I think the game plays well for what it was. I played it, beat it. I think it's the weakest Souls I've played. Might be a hot take, a Burgin take, sorry. But I think it has... Well, I'm not going to get into Bloodborne right now. But I think maybe just throw in the dark. That would really excite people. For Jeff, new Bloodborne stuff, one way or another.
Jack. My straight Burgin take for Summer Games Fest.
What's he doing?
Is that better?
Yeah, it's better.
All right, so my straight Burgin take for Summer Games Fest is we get the next single player FromSoft game revealed. And if it's that boat one, hell yeah, that sounds beast. But I think it's time to reveal it.
You think it's going to be the pirate? Do you think it's going to be the pirate game though? That like people are speculating.
You know what? Yeah, sure. Why not? I do think it's going to be that pirate game because it sounds dope as hell.
It sounds so cool. I really hope it. I hope the only reason I hope that's true is because like I just want to get out of this like dark fantasy setting for once.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
it's always going to be cool, but man, like, can you do something different? Can you do something different? I'm still going to like it every time, but can you do something different for me? Switch up the vibe.
That would break the internet.
I think that would be the biggest announcement of the year.
Dude,
bar. I don't even know what. There's only really a couple things I think could rival it, and it would be mainline Mario if that happens in June Direct. If a June Direct happens,
Oh, that'd be sick.
and I don't know if you guys feel. I feel like Ocarina of Time remake, if that is true, would be just as big. It would be just as big. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. No more Nintendo talk. No more Nintendo talk because if I want to wait till June, I think June Direct could genuinely be this week too. And if so, we're gonna have to have an
it feels like
emergency
E3.
episode. We're gonna have to have an
Amazing.
emergency episode if that ends up being the case. But no, I don't want to talk any more about Nintendo stuff just in case we get sidetracked on that. But the last showcase we have, which I believe is Saturday, I don't remember when on Saturday, but the one that is the most curious to me, like I said to you guys before we start recording, because of just there's so much mystique, it's shrouded in mystique, being this Xbox showcase. And my lock for this Xbox showcase, being fairly boring with it right here, is the Halo campaign evolved. I think that's how they're dubbing the Combat Evolved remake. I have that. I have that as my bank take, and I have that releasing in July, respectively. I think July makes sense for this. Very quick turnaround from showing us more to release, but I had to change my bank take before we recorded this because my bank take originally was that actually Halo releases in July respectively, and we get Fable releasing in October respectively. First week of October was what I was going to say, but with Fable being gone, this take got a little bit, more boring. But I think Halo being July August game makes sense, but I'm saying July.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my bank take is the exact same thing.
Halo, yeah.
I'll throw out a different one. I think that Asha Sharma brings back a like an OG Xbox game, Conquer's Bad Fur Day.
Wow, really? You think that's a bank
that's
take?
Straight Burgin.
That's not a bank take.
Wait, let me take it back. My bank take is that they actually do bring back like an OG, like Xbox IP. Conquer's Bad Fur Day just came to mind initially, but I think they do bring one back.
So that's your bank take.
Yes, I think.
Dude, that's wild. I can't see that. Dude, I hope that happens because it'd be so cool.
Dude, they're returning the brand back to its roots and everything.
Yeah,
so with all that in mind, I think she speaks to like that core Xbox audience, and brings back like OG Xbox, like Perfect Dark. That'd be cool.
There was supposed to be a remake for that, and it got canceled.
Really?
Yeah, there was a Perfect Dark.
I do remember that. Now.
I was gonna say, what do you? It literally,
bring
dude.
It back. Bring it back.
If they revive that, if they come out this Xbox showcase and say they revive the Perfect Dark remake, that will generally be the highlight of my week because I think that game looked so cool. That trailer they showed for it looked so cool. I was so excited for the Perfect Dark remake. I even put it, I think, on my top 10 most anticipated for 2025, or when it was still like scheduled to drop then. And then it got canceled, and I was heartbroken.
I can do my bold.
Yes, sir.
My bold take is that we're getting remakes of Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie.
Dude, you just go straight classic.
As like the OG Xbox, remake the old Banjo games.
You're in a platforming mood.
Yes, sir. I bet Xbox saw the how well Astrobot did, and even though it's not Rare putting up, just Rare because Rare made Metroid, right? Metroid Prime 4. I don't know if they would make the new Banjo remakes, but I think that would be pretty cool. That's my bold take.
That would be awesome.
I think my bold's going to be new IP.
Okay.
Let's freshen up the scene on Xbox.
New
they
IP.
Need a real something to come out of the dark, something to be like, Xbox is doing this for real?
Yeah, because they need some good games, man.
And then they come in, instant classic, new IP. Everybody is shocked. and excited to play it.
I like that. I think, maybe now is the time for Xbox to, do something new. I like the difference between you guys there. Pat's like, let's throw it back. Let's bring everything back. Jack's like, no, let's get something new. I kind of hope we get a balance of that from Xbox in the next couple of years where we're getting new games. And even if it's not new games, new original games in the existing IPs. But I think a new IP. I haven't thought about that for any of these companies in forever. I thought about earlier last year. I know I made one about how I thought it was time for Nintendo to do one, but I never thought about Xbox doing it. That'd be awesome.
Nintendo's never doing a new IP.
We're not even going to talk about that. That's a whole different avenue. But I will go. I can talk about that for so long. But my bold take for the Xbox showcase, and it's a little bit more dull than you guys, but there is some stuff at the end that I think makes up for it in terms of the overarching thing of this take. Blade. Full gameplay trailer for Blade, out fall 27, and they specifically mentioned that this is a launch title for Project Helix that is launching next year.
Woo! Oh yeah.
Project Helix 2027, baby. I think it's time. I think this is the last year of this era. Specifically for Xbox, I would imagine maybe PS6 might be 27 too. But I feel like Project Helix is definitely 27. I don't know if PS6 is going to follow suit though.
I think I can get in my Burgin take then. It's kind of been talked about here and there. But I think Elder Scrolls 6 shocked the world. Xbox pays a fortune, exclusive to Project Helix.
Yeah, I literally had the same thing as my straight Burgin take. We all have ES6.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
I have ES6 cinematic trailer and announced to be exclusively next gen title. I think now's the time to unleash it. You know what I mean?
Yep, they need a
get Todd out on stage. If I'm watching that show, let's do a little acting. If I'm watching the show, and somebody's out on stage, they got Asha, and she's like, let's bring out somebody you guys all know, and then Todd walks in like this. I'm gonna lose my shit if Todd Howard goes up on that stage because there's no other option. If Todd's out there, that's what it's got to be.
Yep,
you can't have Todd.
Fallout 76.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you can't have Todd come out there and announce some bullshit Starfield DLC. You can't. If Todd's coming out there, it's ES6 or bust. It's been how many years now? That game is such an old meme of is it gonna happen this time? It was E3, right? It was genuinely one of the last
it was
E3s.
E3 2018, bro. Right before COVID.
I'm actually looking this up right now because it was June 10th, 2018. E3 2018. You know how crazy that is? We're still waiting on a game that got announced at an E3 that it doesn't even exist anymore. It doesn't exist. It's gone. It's. I think the only other and this wasn't going to be in the Xbox one, but one that I think is interesting is another game that got announced 7 years ago now. I wouldn't put this an Xbox thing. I think it'd be an SGF thing. One of the last things is SGF. The Wolf Among Us 2 from Telltale. That was announced 8 years ago now. I think maybe if that game actually still exists, SGF could be somewhere for that.
I think Telltale might have closed down.
Well, I think it's ad hoc now. I really don't know the whole fiasco with that, but I mean, I don't think that game is axed. I think that game's still maybe happening, but I think that's a potential SGF thing too. But
wait, let me get another bold take in. Dispatch Season 2 trailer for it.
For what showcase? This?
But for the Sony one. Sorry.
So what was your Sony bold? What was your other Sony bold take?
I don't remember. But I just want to throw another one out there.
I don't remember either.
For the record. Dispatch Season 2.
See, the reason why I don't think we hear anything about that yet too is because those games take so long to make, so much voice recording. Unless they've been already working on a sequel right after,
or just be hey, coming out in 2027.
Yeah, they could say that it's on the way, but I think even that's too soon.
Yeah.
I actually have
That's why it's a bold
real
pick.
Xbox showcase here.
Ooh, okay.
Full Call of Duty. Deep look inside the new Cat Cafe in the new Call of Duty.
Do you think we're gonna get like a dedicated MW4 section in this showcase?
Oh,
Nah, definitely not, because Infinity Ward's already dropped a bunch of information about the game.
Do you guys think we see GTA at any of these? GTA gameplay trailer?
Nah.
Nah,
That was
they'll do
about to
that.
be my straight Burgin take for State of Play, but Rockstar, like, even though they're
Well, I
of the
think if
advertisements
anything,
showing
it'd be
fit on
SGF.
PlayStation, I don't know.
They're
And
looking
Rockstar
big on
always
this.
does their own thing too, so.
Yeah.
that'd
If
be sick.
anything, it'd
I
be
would
at
love to see GTA.
it would be at SGF if any of these showcases. But like you said, I think Rockstar just kind of wants to drop it on their own socials and call it a day. Drop it on YouTube, drop it on socials. They don't need. And the funny part is, they don't need SGF to do this.
Yeah, they don't need to pay any money. To get
They
rid of
don't need.
PlayStation.
They don't need to pay money for anything. They're gonna get the attention they want anyways. They just need to post on their own socials.
Yeah.
I guess the only other couple things that just like seeing rumors circulating online that people have been talking about that I don't think we're gonna see, just some heavy hitters here is, people are saying stuff about Witcher 4. We already just got that DLC announcement. I don't think for 3. I don't think that's happening. Far Cry 7 possibility. Cyberpunk 2, no chance in my opinion.
No chance.
If they're not gonna, if they're focusing on The Witcher right now. There's like the team for Cyberpunk 2 has to be in like
Ooh.
the 50s at the most right now.
Ooh.
It's such early dev.
Low key, it might be a straight Burgin take. Cyberpunk Edge Runner Season 2 trailer at SGF.
That'd be cool. I don't know if that's like the place for it, just because it's an anime, obviously, but who knows?
Yeah.
And the last like big one I'm seeing here, people trying to start some rumor mills for is Mass Effect 5. I don't see that happening. I don't think it's time for that.
Is
But
BioWare still a thing?
yeah, as far as I know, BioWare's still up and running. It's so hard to keep up with all the dev studios anymore, honestly,
Yeah.
and all the shakeup that's happening, all the acquisitions. I mean, I feel like it's slowed down, but it's
mention
so weird.
Gears of War E-Day.
Nah. Like I feel like we kind of all just like I feel like that's just
Yeah,
too
that's a
easy. That's just too easy. I mean, Halo's too easy too, but like I feel like they've already like fully said that Gears is in this show the same way that like nobody said anything about Wolverine because Insomniac literally tweeted, "See you guys on Tuesday." Like we know that Wolverine's gonna appear in this, and it's probably gonna be like a 10-minute trailer. No, not 10 minutes, but at least 5 minutes. I'm saying 5 minutes.
Quick, yeah.
5 minutes for Wolverine. I think that I'm excited to get a closer look at that game on Tuesday, especially because the thing I'm worried about with that game, not to harp on it for too long, is the traversal element of it. Because you got to think, going from web swinging throughout New York to what are you going to do in Wolverine?
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing. But yeah, anybody got any funny last predictions? Any, even if it's just like for the meme, just throwing it out there, like Kingdom Hearts 4. Kingdom Hearts 4 is actually kind of possible, but I don't think it's time.
Yeah, Destiny 3 is coming out.
Destiny 3. You guys,
Drop tomorrow.
you see Asti Cross stake his claim against Marathon, saying he's going to boycott Marathon. He'll put Marathon in the grave himself if he asks to get Destiny 3.
I like that energy.
Yeah, but Destiny 3 last content update in like a week or so now. A little bit over a week, I think. Week and a half, something like that. It's gonna be interesting. We'll have a funeral. We'll have a funeral service for Destiny 2. Server Slam. We'll be joining in on the Server Slam. At least I will.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody got any last great remarks, Pat's Kitchen, you got anything for us?
I hope we get Sonic, man. I really do.
Man, I hope we get Sonic too. I hope we get Sonic too. But we won't be live for State of Play. I don't know if we'll be live for any of these presentations. In fact, there's a chance we will, at the very minimum, have a video reaction up sometime on Tuesday. Probably, a couple hours after the presentation, just in terms of, you know, getting the content ready and stuff like that. We'll be watching that on Tuesday together. We'll be watching the SGF together, most likely, and Xbox Showcase, hopefully, as well. Hopefully we get to watch all three together, but if not, we'll definitely have some reactions throughout the week and some other stuff on other social pages that we're working on, and we're excited to watch these game showcases, and hopefully we get some redemptions from Jeff.
Yep, super excited.
Yeah, shout out Jeff Keighley.
What's the over-under on Miss Piggy showing up, or is that a Game Awards thing only?
It's a Game Awards thing, man. It's a Game Awards thing, I think.
I actually, one more comment from me. I hope we don't get Sonic. Just to
piss him off. I hope we do, but we'll see. One last note about this. We actually know somebody going to Summer Games Fest. Our friend Jordan, that we know from just life, I guess. So we're hoping to have him on sometime after, in the following week and a half after, sometime around then when he gets back from California. Tell us a little bit about the experience. He's trying really hard to get a pass into like the actual like play days part, so he'll get to play some games too. So hopefully if that happens, we get to talk to him about that. But like I said, we'll be back sometime middle of the week with some reaction videos and some other just normal Burgin content throughout the week. So tune in, watch that 007 spoiler-free review, because that game is peak, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace out, everybody. Jackson to do that corny hand wave again, and we'll see you guys next time.
Hey, Burgin.